What is going on, guys? Welcome back to CK2 Game of Thrones as King Rhaegar Targaryen. Now, one thing I did, just so that I wouldn't forget, is I immediately made sure that Stannis Baratheon, our current Master of Coin, is overseeing the construction of Summer Hall, because that is necessary in order to increase, to reduce the build time. So, very, very important there. I hope that his dislike of us is not, is not a disadvantage. I just hope he's going to do his duty. That's, I think, something we can expect from Stannis. Now, we do have another open council position. I think Lewin Martell was on the council's advisor, and I'm now going to replace him with Jorah Lynx. Now, he's been previously our Master of Laws, but he's now being our advisor, so he can still give his opinions, but he does not have the pressure of having to actually do something. He's just, an advisor. So, any other minor titles? Yes, Cupbearer is something that we need to give. I would love to give it to our brother-in-law, Prince Doran, but I'm not entirely sure. Quellan Greyjoy is apparently incapable, so there you go. Anyone that likes us and has high intrigue? Massive Whisperers, maybe Rossard, but, I mean, Rossard was very close to our father. It's actually surprising that he's still around. And Viserys is a bit of a lunatic. And these two lords don't really like us all that much. So maybe our court physician, Renfred Brownhurst, as cupbearer. Actually, sure, why not? Let's have him as our cupbearer. And then as paramount knight, who would be a paramount knight? Barristan Selmy. Let me see who else I could potentially appoint. No, those are just... Willem Derry. Or Jonathan Derry. Dantas Hollard. You know what? I think I'm going to go with Vorian Dane. I mean, he was one of the most amazing fighters in the war. So I feel like that fits quite well. We do need another commander as well. Stannis Baratheon, of course. Yes. Although, actually, I'd rather have Willem Derry. Even though he's not as good, he's more trustworthy. So we'll pick him instead. We do have enough great commanders. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Rhaenys potentially marrying either Willas Tyrell, who's 15 years old, and then there's also the Stark Lord, Rickard II. We do have the Pact of Ice and Fire, and so on and so forth. All of that, yeah, is kind of true, but here's the thing. I kind of wanted to marry Aegon and Rhaenys together, because that is actually possible. I can force him to train. One other thing that people have mentioned is let's do that again. Or immediately, actually, before I forget. He gained 1 marshal. Now, did he also become diligent or something? I feel like something changed here, but or maybe this was what changed. I think, yeah, he just got this modifier. Alright, well, anyways, what I'm thinking about is arranging a betrothal between these two. Alright, so Rhaenys and Aegon can marry, and then I'm thinking about Visenya being betrothed to Orys. And having, the bastards marry and then have the true-born marry. That's kind of my plan. We'll see how that goes, but for now I don't really want to marry off Rhaenys to someone else. That's just kind of how I feel about it at the moment. Okay, now I guess we can move forward. There's a few things we can still do and a few things we should do. For example, composing a book as Rhaegar, I believe makes a lot of sense. We can hold a tournament as well, and we shall, but I think we will do that once Summer Hall is rebuilt. I feel like that fits much better. So for now, let's compose a book. I feel like that's the best. When I inform my council of my intentions to compose a piece of literature, they nod eagerly. Naturally, my wise lord, anything else would be doing your people a disservice. The council members' face reddens as I brush off the compliment. What topic will you be treating? Another continues. I will be tackling the complexity of war, or something along those lines. A martial theme. Managing a realm. Something in honor of the gods. Something educational. I shall chronicle my family history, of course. Glory to the House Targaryen. You choose a theme not relating to any particular attribute. Okay, now... martial is the highest skill. I'm thinking this is about your skills, I guess. Yeah, stewardship, learning, and martial. Now we know from the books that Rhaegar was good, in the saddle at jousting, and he was a good fighter, but he didn't love it. Not like Robert Baratheon did or Jaime Lannister. That's at least what Barristan Selmy says. He was more someone who loved his harp, right? And I believe that is why I'm not going to go with the complexity of war. Managing a realm, probably also not that much fun. So either something in honor of the gods or family history. I think I'm going to go with the gods, just to kind of see. I mean, we were very interested in prophecy, so I feel like this fits the most. We do want to have a Dragon Egg still. And there is something else I wanted to do. Search for a smith. Yeah, I would like to build an observatory. Flagship as well. There's so many cool things we can do. But yeah, one thing we definitely have to do is have a look at the White Book. Because, yeah, Lionel Bentley. Why is he important? Okay, he's not important. But we've got obviously Arthur Dayne, Jaime Lannister, Oswald Went, Miles Mutin, Barristan Selmy, Jonathan Darry, and Peter Baelish, who is apparently heir to the King's Guard right now, as you can see. Now, this has nothing to say, obviously, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I think I have to make Peter Baelish Lord Commander of the King's Guard just because, just for the memes, actually. Thinking about doing that anyways. But now, Daenerys Mallister has assumed he's the command of the Night's Watch. That's interesting, because I'm pretty certain that Carter Pike was very against him. So, yeah, he currently rules Castle Black as well as the Shadow Tower. So yeah, Carter Pike, very unhappy. He should actually be rivals with Daenerys Mallister, but maybe it's not that bad at this time. And, you know, that seduction focus probably doesn't help you much. So, I don't know. Ambrose, you already have a bastard. Interesting, with a silent sister. Yeah, okay, I see why you picked him. Anyway, Jon Arryn is known as the Tolerant, probably because he lets the Mountain Clansmen live, which is, I mean, moderately tolerant at least. My daughter needs an education, of course. Well, she's going to be the future queen, because I really want her to marry Aegon, so we're going to spend highly on her education. There you go, we can just afford it. And I believe we're going to give her the learning education as well, and maybe we're going to give her different guardian right now. Someone that's really advanced in learning. Maybe our court physician, there you go. Let's do that. And that is that. We can move forward. Now we definitely need to make sure that we make a lot more money, because that's not enough. Maybe we can change some laws? I don't really think we... I mean, we can, technically. We actually have supporters for that, too. But yeah. I don't know if you would really change it. Honestly, I think it's fine the way it is right now. News from the Eyrie of a trial by combat. Jorah Widman demanded a trial from his captor, selecting Sir Wallace as his champion. Sir Wallace was defeated and forced to yield by his opponent, Sir Dennis Arryn. Yeah. Proving Sir Jorah's guilt, and he was now sent to the Night's Watch. Now, Dennis Arryn should actually be the heir to the Eyrie, but he was made commander of the Bloody Gate by Jon Arryn, so I think because this is a military command, he is unable to inherit, which, yeah, is a thing. So, what's happening right now is that his wife is Lady Iria Waynwood. She is heir to the Vale. And that is not a random woman, obviously. Otherwise, Dennis would be the heir. And their children are both Arryns. So eventually, after Iria has taken over, well, after Jon Arryn dies and Iria takes over, it will be Jon Arryn that will inherit the Vale. Even though right now, actually, it could be maybe problematic because he's appointed successor of the Bloody Gate. So, I don't know. Maybe Albert was going to take over. Who knows? But I just wanted to mention that there because there were people questioning that. And Stannis, interestingly, has taken the same nickname as Robert, the Imperious. So I don't know. Maybe Renly is going to be the Imperious too? He married Tyene Sand. And they already have a kid. So, you know, that's interesting. I mean, he's better than his brother. Because Stannis doesn't have a child yet. Stannis does really not have a whole lot of luck with his women. Now, Oh, Prince Doran. I think I'm going to ask him politely and see what Doran says. Of course he accepts. I mean, he's the hand of the king. Why would he conspire against us? His sister is queen. His daughter is married to Viserys, to our brother, and he's hand of the king. And for a long time, one of his family members was, part of the king's guard. So there's really no reason for him to act up. But yeah, everyone really needs to go out and meet the peasants in person from time to time, just to make sure that they know you still exist, if nothing else. As you visit the locals of King's Landing, you speak very frankly about what you think of them, something that they took great offense in, it seems. You look back to ensure that your guards are there to keep you out of harm's way, only to notice that they have all gone into a local tavern. So yeah, I've had this event before. It doesn't really make much sense. First of all, Rhaegar is not the type of guy to just, piss off his peasants. Like, first of all, I think Rhaegar thinks kindly of his peasants, or at least indifferent. But why would he just, he's not Joffrey. And secondly, it's just we have Kingsguard, and Barristan Selmy certainly would not run, so it's just kind of annoying. Now, we can run for safety of the Dragon Gate. Well, I guess we'll do that, and we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to, I'm not really going to take too much offense or take this too much into consideration what happens here. So, yeah, running as fast as you possibly could. You see Commander George standing in the doorway, but instead of offering you a safe place, he quickly closes the door. Yeah, so it's kind of annoying. We're now rivals because of something that really wouldn't have happened. But, yeah, okay, so there's a 30% chance we get wounded, which we didn't. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, my friend Richard has gotten the lordship here. Interesting. Well, good for you. And you're married as well? Oh, right, I did arrange that marriage, right? Yeah, pretty much. You don't have an heir yet, so you should definitely make some babies. It's kind of weird that we have, we've not even marked you as important characters. Should definitely go ahead and do that. 2 of our best friends are Kingsguard. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Rickard is at the wall. You are kind of away. You're being annoying, George Martin. You're definitely being annoying. Okay, Queen Elia Martell has been Leal and Abel's servant. Sure. Have your reward, woman. And, someone just died. Oh yeah, that was Quellan Greyjoy, so we now have Balon. Interesting. He already dislikes us. Heir educated with foreign culture. Okay. Is that because you're Stone Dornish? Maybe. But anyway, so a son has been born. Rhaegar Targaryen. Really? Viserys and Ariana. Let's call him Matari's Vakar. Oh no, that's Vakar. Okay, let's call him Vakar. It doesn't really matter because he's dead anyways, so I guess I could have just... I don't know, maybe I was throwing away a good name right now. Whatever, it matters little. So, where are we at right now? We have not got any news from Summerhold yet. So it's kind of concerning. During her visit to my court, we've improved relations. Great, great, very nice. And Ulvik Ulla has tried to do something, so there's some war going on in the Dornish provinces. Yeah, all of that doesn't really matter. And oh, look at this. Bailey seeks to kill Randa of the Fingers. Why would you... It's so interesting because why would Baelish try and do this? He's lost his lordship. She's usurped it after she lost her lordship, which I believe was Wycliffe. But you're now a Kingsguard, Peter. You're not, does Peter have... I mean, actually, he does have a daughter, but it's a bastard. So, why do you care? You're now a Kingsguard. You're not going to hold any titles. A merchant specializing in rare books has arrived. Wow, man, there's a lot of books, but I guess we'll buy it as well. We have just so many books. And we're writing one ourselves as well. Triumphs and Defeats is a book written by Archmaester Viron. It describes the claim... yeah. Well, I'm not going to ask Balon politely. We'll do nothing for now. What was this? Edmutali Sir Arvud. Tristan Rickard demanded. Okay. Tristan was beheaded. Lord Jason Mallister. The Warrior. Lord Jason Mallister the Warrior. That's kind of cool name. Okay. But what I was actually doing was I was trying to read the description here. So, it describes the claim that the final form of Storm's End was the 7th castle is a clear show of influence by the Andals. Okay. Oh, right, the 7th castle because the 7 gods. I get it. Alright, now we've improved relations with Stannis. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Doran. Not quite sure how you did that. This grim man. But, yeah, he would actually be in the positive if it wasn't for his claim. Actually, his claim is the worst. You know, that's minus 25 and then minus 20 for the title claimant. So, actually, that might be that we have a claim. So, that's kind of problematic. But yeah, I'm slowly trying to build up our economy here. Because there will be some events for Summerhall where we're going to have to pay some money. Okay, and improve relations with Edmure as well. Sweet. But it's still Rickard becoming his heir. Okay, so now we have a little bit of an issue. Having to pay for Aegon. It's going to put us slightly in the red. And then, I don't know who this guy is, so he's not going to get anything. But he will have, you know, this education. I don't even know where this kid comes from. But Aegon does need an education. I want him to be skilled at arms. And force him to train. And the trainings have evidently paid off. I made him a better man. I think he improved his combat skill. I just didn't see it. Whatever. We're going to get out of debt very soon here. And there is a tournament in Dalston Keep. This is below me. Yeah, I think we're not... Like, we're gonna only attend, like, big tournaments, but not, like, these very small ones. Like, it has to at least come from, like, a great house, or, like, maybe the Rikers, or Rusby, but certainly not just Dalston Keep. That's just not big enough. A daughter was born to Prince Viserys. Oh, okay, so they're popping out some kids. Very nice. Oh, but they're stillborn. Ooh, man. What's going on? That's really not good. Sarah, yeah, fine, whatever. I mean, she's dead anyways. That really sucks. Okay, Simon of Rook's Rest. We'll ask him politely. Oh, okay, that was a refusal right there. Would have not expected. But yeah, and okay. That is surprising. Dennis Mallister did not live for a long time. He died of depression. Huh. Oh, that sucks. Jack the Sleepy. Okay. And Brynden was actually slain. Oh, what the hell? Jantas Corgyle the Black. He was actually killed in personal combat by Cotter Pike. Well, that kind of explains... Actually, you know what? That makes perfect sense. That explains how Dennis Mallister, his rival, was elected. That's actually really cool. But yeah, you have a history of dying in battle, it seems. Very nice. Okay, so now who do we have? Jarman Buckwell. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, okay, what happens if a brother kills a brother? Then they're going to be sent to the Night's Watch? I don't know. It's kind of weird. But he is insane, so there you go. Parman Crane has been in our custody for long. Oh, that is perfect. I totally forgot. Okay, someone is screaming outside. But I totally forgot about that. 46 gold? Don't mind if I do. And there's a 28 Foreign Cross. I'm also not going to attend that one. But let's quickly check our dungeons. We still have Alistair. But yeah, he's on the house arrest, really. We're basically just hoping for someone to pay his ransom. Ronald the Just, you're not quite there yet. I'm hoping that you're saving up. But, yeah, it doesn't really seem like that. You seem to have not a whole lot of cash on you. Well, whatever. We're going to release him once the ransom is being paid. Either way, I'm going to have to end the episode here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you next time. Let me know if you want to see Rhaenys marry Aegon or someone else, because I know there's been a lot of suggestions, but I really would love to see that incestuous marriage continue. And then, of course, Visenya and Orys should marry as well. But let me really know if I should also legitimize Visenya and Orys, and also tell me why. Tell me why I should do that. Like, what benefit do I have? But yeah, those are just a few questions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.